one of the most important ingredients of our school safety plan are our staff and everybody being properly trained. And even to the extent that we do a lot of training with students. We also have not only controlled the exterior of the buildings, we actually installed the most recommended lock set for our classrooms. We have what's called an intruder lock set. So that was all a part of that program that we started.
So not only with access control badges, there's now, so even when you get in the front door, you're kind of confined to an area, and all of our visitors, everyone who goes actually signs in, and we run your driver's license through a system called RAP. It does a background check on folks and alerts us if there are any pre-known conditions, say with a family issue where a certain member of the family can't have access to children and things like that. It alerts us to those immediately. Yeah, we have emergency preparedness plans, or what they call them now. Within there's a crisis element that covers really anything, and we have different procedures for each type of thing, that whether it's a tornado, whether it's a fire, whether it's an intruder within the building, or if it's just someone on the campus. We have different type of protocols that we go through for each campus, and those administrators and safety teams at each school work with the staff on this is what we do, this is how we do it, and then those are the things that we drill, and so the kids know that routine as well.
One other thing that we have that is a real plus for Maury County, this is a real testament to the commitment from our Sheriff's Department and our county commission, is that Maury County was one of the leading school districts in the state, if not the nation, to have a SRO in every school. And our SROs are not hired security guards, they're sheriff's deputies who are trained law enforcement officers. And every school has that, with their car parked out front, so they're very visible present. And the thing in those annual drills that we've done, that includes the emergency response from all the municipalities in Maury County. So, we're working together with Maury County, City of Spring Hill, City of Columbia, City of Mount Pleasant, across the board, police, fire, emergency response, 911 office. We have great cooperation amongst all of the agencies who work for all the municipalities that are part of our county. What people need to understand is we count ourselves very blessed that we haven't had any incidents. And we can never say that we never will have, but we have made a concerted effort
to prevent anything from happening, but then also to have our staff prepared for if something does happen. How do we respond? You're looking at roughly 13,000 students and another total employees of 15 to 1,600 that have to respond to issues. And today that's different than it was 10 or 15 or even 5 years ago, because with technology, with social media, with how fast things are reported now, those have been things that have been changes on how we have to deal with things, and we're, in some cases, you're still learning that as technology advances and moves forward.
The other thing, there's a great article today in USA Today about this, and they quote Mo Kennedy. Mo Kennedy is head of the National Association of School Resource Officers, but he also, they quote something in here from the National Center for Education Statistics, which says that the number of crimes against students has actually plummeted more than 80% since 1992. But that includes a lot of different things, more than just threat incidents. So I think actually, while there have been, you mentioned the incidents in the last 3 years, I think why some of those have gotten a lot of attention, as they should, because anytime students are in harm's way, it should get our attention. There are actually a lot of these things are working to make our schools maybe a safer place, but it's something we've got to continue to be diligent on every day, and it's something that we think about a lot. We have almost 13,000 students, about 1,500 employees, and their safety is paramount to us.
It's kind of that thing, and we've said it. We've said it to our administrators. We've said it in board meetings and at several places. If everyone gets home today safely, if we get everyone to school and home, then we've had a great day in Maury County schools. We could have our most successful day of learning ever, but if we lose someone, or if we have an incident where students are injured and cannot return safely, then that's a bad day. So, that really is our number one priority. We have so many things that we have to do at school, from the studying to the child development to the so many things that come into their day, but the main thing is to make sure that they're safe. I think we would be remiss to not mention that in 95 Richland had a shooting, and that had a huge impact on the communities that surround that community heading into 98, heading into the events that took place there. And I think it resonates with us today that there was a shooting in Kentucky that's probably 100 to 120 miles miles from us right now, but we still know that there's one that happened here. So that kind of proves that, you know, folks always say, well, it can't happen here. Well, we know it can happen here because it happened just a few minutes down the road. And the one thing I would say is that I'm a parent as well. I think about him, and I want for him, and what would I do, and what's reasonable to put forth and keep him safe. And that applies to every student. That applies across the district. Is how are we going to make sure that they get home safely from our care every day? That's what I would say is that, I got one that leaves every morning and comes home every night too, and I'm going to do for theirs what we do for him.
Safety is the first order of business for us.